After he got super, super famous from the first Deadpool, then, yeah, things kind of changed.
And I really, really am grateful to have worked with Mike Judge. And those guys I do think are the best in the game.
Hey y'all, it's Madison here, and honey, buckle up, because the tea I'm about to spill is hotter than a midsummer Manhattan sidewalk. Now, before we dive headfirst into this deliciously messy scandal, do me a favor. Smash that subscribe button like it's your ex's Instagram and ring that bell, because what I'm about to reveal, your group chat won't know what hit it.
Would I work with him again? No.
Today, we're talking about a bombshell that's shaking the very foundation of Hollywood's glittery facade. Picture this. T.J. Miller, yes, that wild card we all know for his side-splitting humor, has just dropped a scandalous dossier of private text messages, and guess whose name is splashed all over these texts? None other than Ryan Reynolds. But, oh, babes, it gets juicier. These messages hint that our favorite wisecracking actor might have been scheming behind the scenes to sabotage filmmaker Justin Baldoni's new project. Now, if that doesn't make your heart skip a beat, I don't know what will. All right, let's set the stage. We all know Ryan Reynolds for his razor-sharp wit and that infectious, laid-back charm that makes you believe he's always in on the joke. But what if I told you that behind that sparkling exterior, there might have been a devious plot unfolding? According to some spicy text exchanges recently unearthed by TJ Miller, yes, the very same TJ whose improv antics have had us laughing for years, it appears that Ryan might have been playing puppet master in a drama that's equal parts scandalous and, dare I say, downright theatrical. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty. The texts in question were exchanged between Ryan and key figures within Blake Lively's inner circle. And, sweetie, they were not just your run-of-the-mill banter about lunch plans. Oh no. These messages detailed strategies that would make any backstabbing boardroom drama look like child's play. We're talking about covert plans to tilt a major film production in favor of Blake's creative vision and, shockingly, to push Justin Baldoni into a corner. Justin, for those who might need a reminder, is the filmmaker celebrated for his heartfelt storytelling. A stark contrast to the Hollywood hijinks we're about to dissect.
It's believing that people and humanity are inherently good. And they crave nutritious food in their soul, just as they do in their bodies.
Rumor had it that there was already some friction on set. Blake felt sidelined, upset that Justin was wearing too many creative hats, directing, co-writing, and even acting, and was allegedly plotting to reclaim her creative power. But until now, all we had were whispers of on-set disagreements and some cryptic interviews. Enter T.J. Miller, the unexpected whistleblower who's known for lighting up our screens with his comedic genius, not for stirring up illegal hornet's nest. Yet, when TJ stumbled upon these text messages, his shock was palpable. Imagine this. You're chilling with your celebrity pals, sharing laughs and insider jokes when suddenly you uncover a treasure trove of private messages that suggest your buddy might be masterminding a media coup. TJ wasn't just throwing shade. He was practically tossing a spotlight on a potential betrayal that could upend the delicate balance of Hollywood's power plays. Now, babes, I know what you're thinking. Ryan Reynolds, the guy who's always cracking jokes and spreading good vibes? Well, apparently even the best of us can have our skeletons, or in this case, our scandalous texts, tucked away behind the scenes. And let's not forget, TJ isn't just spilling tea for giggles. He claims his conscience simply wouldn't allow him to stand by while Justin Baldoni, a man revered for his message of unity and compassion, gets steamrolled by a carefully orchestrated narrative. Now, hold on to your martinis, because the next layer of this drama is richer than a triple-layer chocolate cake. TJ Miller reveals that Ryan wasn't merely a bystander in these covert operations. Oh no, the texts show Ryan eagerly engaging with Blake's team, tossing around suggestions like a chef seasoning a stew. Only in this case, the ingredients were bitter, manipulative tactics aimed at undermining Justin's authority.
No. And Michael Bay worked on a movie with Ryan Reynolds also. And so he has a very specific opinion.
According to TJ's account, these messages spanned a range of topics, from on-set disputes to slick marketing maneuvers designed to paint Justin as uncooperative and even controlling. Imagine a scenario where, instead of letting the creative juices flow organically, someone's in the back, scheming to force a narrative that benefits only a select few. This isn't just Hollywood drama, ladies. This is a full-blown power play. Let's talk about the juicy details. In several of the texts, Ryan appears to be all in when it comes to helping Blake spin the story. He offers ideas on how to shift press narratives and even hints at ways to nudge Justin into a misstep that could later be used to cast him in a not-so-flattering light.
But I was like just tracking him down, and then I finally got to read the script, and the script was a thriller. So that was a little confusing to me because he's like such a funny director.
Yeah.
And so I said, what is this? Because the script is definitely like a twisting, turning, intense thriller. Is it a comedy or a thriller? And he said, yes. So then every day on set, I was like, is today a comedy or is it a thriller?
It's a good mix
and
of
it's
both.
like, it's like really kind of over the top and campy and trashy and fun and like, kind of like my outfit, I guess.
And if you're wondering how someone known for his impeccable humor could get involved in such a devious plot, honey, that's the kicker. It seems that behind the playful banter, there might be a calculated effort to control the story before it even hits the screens. Now, you might be asking, but Madison, why would TJ risk his own reputation to drop these revelations? Oh, my dears. TJ's own internal drama is as rich as a telenovela. On one hand, he's been a trusted colleague and even a friend of Ryan's, a guy known for his laugh-out-loud antics on set. On the other hand, the sheer scale of the behind-the-scenes plotting was something he couldn't ignore. His ethical compass pointed him in one direction: transparency over loyalty. And let me tell you, stepping into the role of a whistleblower in Hollywood is like walking into a lion's den wearing nothing but a sparkly scarf. Ted J confided in a few close associates before deciding to come clean. He spent countless hours verifying every single message, cross-checking with insiders who'd seen the mayhem unfold on set. And what did he find? A series of texts that, in his words, laid out a calculated plan to undermine Justin Baldoni's creative vision. It's as if someone decided that Justin's collaborative approach was too soft for the cutthroat world of celebrity filmmaking and needed a serious reality check.
He was like horrifically mean to me, but to me, as if I'm Weasel.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So he was like, what's great about you, Weasel? You're not the star.
And speaking of reality checks, babes, let's not forget about Blake Lively's role in all of this. Earlier on, whispers had floated around that Blake was less than thrilled with her diminishing creative influence. Rumor had it that she felt Justin was hogging the spotlight and that her input was being brushed aside like yesterday's news. There were already reports of on-set disagreements and subtle jabs in interviews, enough to set tongues wagging, but nothing until now quite prepared Hollywood for the revelation that Ryan might have been the one orchestrating a backstage coup to boost her clout. One of the more eyebrow-raising moments came when texts surfaced that hinted at strategic marketing ploys. These messages outlined plans to spin certain scenes in the film if Blake's creative suggestions were overruled, painting them as evidence of Justin's supposed disregard for her input.
That ended up actually getting picked up and doing very well, and I was one of two people maybe, and then I get a call from my managers and my agent, and they were both on the line, which means it's something serious.
Right.
Either you got the job or there's something wrong.
Yeah, no.
And they said, so you were the choice, but the network said that your eyebrows would be too distracting.
Oh, what? Oh, no.
And then they went like, so what can we do about your eyebrows?
Think about it. Using social media influencers and celebrity accounts to craft a narrative that erodes Justin's reputation over time. This isn't just idle gossip, ladies. It's a well-oiled campaign that could have real, tangible effects on one man's career. Now let's pause for a moment and get real. When you think about the dynamics at play, it's like watching a high-stakes chess game where every move is calculated to tilt the board in someone's favor. Ryan, with his charming smile and witty one-liners, now finds himself cast in the role of the shadow puppeteer. And TJ, our unlikely hero, is holding up the mirror to reveal just how deep the rabbit hole goes. But wait, sweetie, there's more. The fallout from these revelations isn't just limited to text messages and hushed conversations over coffee. Oh no, the ripple effect in Hollywood is as explosive as a glitter bomb at a red carpet event. Let's talk about the jaw-dropping exit of Blake's attorney.
The idea that people think that they know you, I think because of how intrusive media is these days, people care so much more about your personal life than they do your work, and if you aren't open with your personal life, then they just make it up for you and share it for you.
A high-profile legal eagle known for representing some of the biggest names in Tinseltown. In a move that left industry insiders gasping, this attorney abruptly withdrew from the case, and their parting words were as blunt as a sledgehammer. Key claims by Blake didn't add up when stacked against the hard evidence. This isn't your everyday lawyer exit, ladies. This was a seismic shift that sent shockwaves through Hollywood's polished corridors. For those of you who have been living under a rock, here's the lowdown. Blake had been using her so-called dragons, yes, her powerful connections, to ensure her creative input was taken seriously. But with these newly surfaced texts, the narrative takes a wild twist. Ryan's involvement in aiding Blake's campaign now suggests that he might have been actively involved in manipulating the narrative behind Justin Baldoni's film adaptation. And that, my darlings, is a bombshell that's bound to make waves far beyond the movie set. As the controversy exploded, insiders started whispering about on-set observations that suddenly took on a whole new meaning. Crew members recalled moments when Blake was unusually glued to her phone, stepping away from group discussions during crucial negotiations. Some even reported seeing her in intense, hushed conversations with Ryan. At the time, these scenes were brushed off as mere coincidence or the normal hustle of a busy set. But with TJ Miller's revelations, those previously dismissed moments now look like calculated signals of a larger, more sinister game at play. And the marketing strategies. Can we talk about those for a sec? According to the texts, there were plans in motion to spin narrative arcs if Blake's suggestions were shot down. Imagine a scenario where every rejected idea could later be twisted into evidence that Justin was being difficult, all by leveraging social media clout and influential press channels. It's like watching a reality TV show unfold in real time, only the stakes here involve careers, reputations, and, dare I say, Hollywood's very soul. Now, while all of this is serving up a generous helping of drama, there's a legal dimension that could turn this scandal into a full-blown courtroom spectacle. The text messages themselves might play a pivotal role in ongoing or future litigation. Picture this. If Blake's legal team were to use her claims of creative neglect as a basis for a lawsuit, these texts could dismantle her case faster than you can say celebrity scandal. And let's be real, Hollywood's legal battles are often as theatrical as the films they try to protect. TJ Miller, by stepping into the spotlight as the messenger of truth, is taking a huge risk. His reputation, his relationships with big names, and his future in this tight-knit circle could all be on the line. Yet, according to his closest confidants, TJ isn't doing this for personal gain or a petty feud. He's doing it because, as he puts it, the moral wrong of staying silent was just too heavy a burden to bear. And babes, in a world where silence can be just as powerful as scandal, his choice to speak up is nothing short of revolutionary. Let's pivot for a moment and talk about the fallout on the public stage. Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively have long been celebrated as the golden couple of Hollywood, a duo whose witty banter and philanthropic endeavors have graced countless magazine covers and social media feeds. Their carefully cultivated public personas have always painted them as the picture of grace, humor, and mutual respect. But with these revelations, that shiny veneer is starting to crack. Suddenly, the playful tweets and charming red carpet moments are being reinterpreted in a much darker light. Fans are split and the debate is raging harder than a primetime TV drama. Some are calling TJ a hero for exposing what they see as a betrayal of trust and artistic integrity. Others are questioning his motives, whispering that perhaps personal conflicts or even old grudges might have influenced his decision to let this mess unfold in public. And what about Justin Baldoni? The man has been remarkably measured, issuing broad statements and sharing uncut versions of some text threads in a bid to let the facts speak for themselves. For him, it's all about ensuring that his film, a project born out of passion and collaboration, doesn't get lost in a swirl of manufactured controversy. Now, let's be honest here. When big names start flexing their influence behind the scenes, it raises the bigger question. How deep does this rabbit hole really go? Is this just a one-off episode of Hollywood power play, or is it indicative of a long-standing practice where narratives are manipulated through backdoor channels and strategically leaked messages? If TJ's revelations lead to even more evidence, like he hints they might, then we could be looking at a fundamental shift in how our beloved industry handles its dirty laundry. Now, before we move on, I want to know, do you think Ryan was just being protective of Blake, or was he orchestrating a full-on media coup? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get that conversation popping. So where do we go from here? For one, TJ Miller's Bombshell has turned the spotlight onto an industry that has long thrived on carefully choreographed narratives and behind-the-scenes maneuvering. His evidence, if verified and presented with all the receipts, could reshape not only the reputations of Ryan and Blake, but also the very dynamics of power in Hollywood. Imagine a world where every celebrity's private chat could potentially be the catalyst for massive fallout. That's not just scandal, it's a seismic shift in the way we see fame and influence. And let's talk about the response from Ryan's camp. Typically, if you think about Ryan Reynolds, you picture him cracking witty tweets or posting humorous video clips to deflect controversy. But this time, the silence is so loud it's practically screaming. His public relations team is on high alert, and insiders say that any attempt to downplay these revelations would only fan the flames of public curiosity. Meanwhile, Blake's camp has been equally tight-lipped, with no official statements coming forth, just a series of measured responses that leave us all wondering if they're regrouping for a countermove. Then there's Justin Baldoni, quietly holding down his end of the creative bargain. His measured approach, releasing uncut versions of the text and calling for an open discussion about the facts, has earned him a reputation for integrity. Yet even he can't escape the magnetic pull of scandal. The entire project, meant to be a labor of love and artistic collaboration, now finds itself overshadowed by this swirling controversy. And isn't that just typical Hollywood? Just when you think you've got a handle on the narrative, another layer of drama is served up on a silver platter. But here's the real kicker. The legal experts are buzzing about the potential implications of these texts. If Blake's legal team were to press forward with claims of feeling sidelined or undermined, then these messages might just be the smoking gun they never saw coming. It's a classic case of digital evidence turning the tide, a reminder that in today's age, no secret is safe, and every whispered conversation can become tomorrow's headline. Now, babes, let's pause for a moment and reflect on the bigger picture. Hollywood has always been a realm of alliances, backdoor deals, and carefully crafted personas. Yet when the truth, no matter how carefully hidden, finally bursts through the cracks, it forces us all to question the authenticity of those glittering images we so adore. TJ Miller's decision to come forward isn't just about one film or one feud. It's a spotlight on an industry that thrives on secrets and spin. And as the digital age continues to unravel those secrets, one thing's for sure. The difference between rumor and verified proof is becoming ever more dramatic. Now, I know what you're thinking, Madison, this is some next level drama. Is there any end in sight? Well, sweetie, if you think this scandal is over, you'd better think again. TJ has hinted that there's even more evidence tucked away, more messages that could pull back the curtain on just how deep Ryan and Blake's collaboration in this media war really goes. Whether we're about to witness an all-out public apology, a vigorous legal showdown, or even a twist that flips the entire narrative on its head, one thing is crystal clear. This saga is far from over. So where do we stand? Let's recap this cinematic roller coaster. TJ Miller, our unexpected whistleblower, has unearthed a series of scandalous texts that suggest Ryan Reynolds may have been playing a dangerous game behind the scenes. One that involved cozying up to Blake Lively's inner circle and devising strategies to undermine filmmaker Justin Baldoni. These messages, laden with hints of strategic marketing maneuvers and narrative manipulation, have set off a chain reaction that's rocking Hollywood to its very core. With Blake's attorney making a dramatic exit and insiders hinting at more on-set drama than we ever imagined, the ripple effects are only just beginning to be felt. And amidst all this, Justin Baldoni remains the quiet, steadfast force, urging us all to let the unfiltered facts speak for themselves, even as the chaos unfolds. Now, before you head off to share this scoop with every gossip-loving friend you know, I need you to do something very important. If you're loving this spicy drama and want to stay ahead of every twist and turn in this Hollywood saga, hit that like button, share this video with your besties, and subscribe for more updates. Trust me, babes. If you thought this was wild, you ain't seen nothing yet. And hey, I want to hear from you. Do you think Ryan's silence is a sign of deep guilt, or could it simply be a strategic move to protect his well-practiced image? Are you Team Justin for his commitment to transparency, or are you more on Team Blake thinking she was just trying to hold on to her creative power? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'm dying to know how you feel about this tangled web of Hollywood drama. As we wrap up today's juicy update, let's remember one thing. In Hollywood, nothing is ever as simple as it seems. One minute you're watching your favorite stars laughing on the red carpet, and the next you're reading text messages that suggest they might be playing a high-stakes game of celebrity chess. It's a world where alliances shift faster than fashion trends, and every private conversation has the potential to become tomorrow's headline. TJ Miller's bold move to step into the spotlight and expose what he saw as a calculated effort to undermine creative integrity reminds us that even the most glamorous figures can have a darker, more complex side. And while Ryan Reynolds might be known for his quick quips and charismatic smile, these revelations have added a whole new layer to his public persona. One that leaves us wondering just how much of that charm is the real deal and how much is part of an elaborate performance. And what about Blake? Once seen as the epitome of Hollywood elegance and grace, she now finds herself under the microscope, with every decision and every text message dissected for hidden meanings. The question on everyone's lips isn't just about whether she was right or wrong, it's about how deep the rabbit hole goes when personal ambition collides with the relentless pursuit of power. In the end, this isn't just a story about text messages or a behind-the-scenes power play. It's a wake-up call for all of us who've ever been dazzled by Hollywood's glitter and glam. It's a reminder that beneath every perfectly curated Instagram post and every charming public appearance lies a labyrinth of secrets, strategies, and yes, even betrayals. So, my lovelies, what's your take on all of this? Can we truly separate the man behind the witty tweets from the mastermind behind these texts? And more importantly, what does this scandal say about the lengths our favorite stars will go to protect their image and their power in a world where every whisper conversation might just end up on the front page? I'm Madison Starr, signing off with one last piece of advice. Never say it can't get any crazier, because in Hollywood, darling, it always can. Stay messy, stay blessed, and keep your eyes peeled. Because if you thought today's scandal was the peak of chaos, trust me, the best is yet to come. Before you go, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more sizzling updates on all the Hollywood drama you secretly love. And hit that comment section with your hot takes, because, babes, we're all in this wild ride together. Until next time, keep your popcorn ready, your gossip game strong, and remember, in the glitzy, unpredictable world of Hollywood, the tea is always about to spill. Cheers, my darlings, and catch you in the next scandalous update.